For starters, I've been a Pink Floyd fan for 22 years. And for those who don't know Rick Wright, I want to give a brief summary in memory of his passing. Rick Wright was one of the greatest keyboard players ever, and one of the most influential and one of the most underrated. He started back in 1965 with the Pink Floyd. Between him and Ray Manzerik, they brought keyboard to the forefront. And there have been numerous keyboard players who've been influenced by the sound and the style. I mean, anywhere from Billy Joel to any of the keyboard players in Dream Theater. Rick Wright was doing leads and brought keyboard to the forefront when basically no one else was. Syd Barrett was experimenting with sounds. Rick Wright is what gave Pink Floyd their definition and their sound between the keyboards. I've been a fan for 22 years, and I've been majorly influenced by Rick Wright. And to me, today is one of the saddest days in rock and roll history because we have lost one of the greatest keyboard players ever. Between Dark Side of the Moon or anything else that you heard him play on, Rick Wright played with his own style, and he played with feel. He never had a wasted note. He never overplayed. He never did anything to show off. All he was about making a good song. And if you own the solo albums of the artists in Pink Floyd, David Gilmour, Roger Waters, Rick Wright, and Nick Mason, if you listen to their first solo albums, out of all of them, the first one out of all of them that sounds like the Pink Floyd sound was the Rick Wright solo album, Wet Dreams. He was a great keyboard player, and he's deeply missed, and he's given us so much songs and so much with feeling. He was the composer of Great Gig in the Sky. You couldn't ask for a better keyboard player in rock and roll. And today, he's deeply missed. He's an influence of mine, and he's an influence of many other keyboard players, whether you know it or don't know it, because there's never been anyone who used that much feel, and he had class. He cared more about the fans. If you listen to the interviews, as far as anyone else in Pink Floyd, he cared more about the fans, and it meant more to him than anyone else in the band, and he's deeply missed. God rest his soul, Rick Wright. He's one of the best.